Miko Hutoren, who also, Billy retired and Miko retired because they had to focus more on work. But they, Billy had been in the league since '97, and Miko had also been playing for a long time. Played with the Russians for a long time. They came help rebuild the Ironmen. So. It's just one of those situations. It's a transition time for them, and it did show a little bit in this event, though they're the second-ranked team in the league, so can't take anything away from them. But, hey, we're going to find out how good they actually are here. All right, let's check out this replay. So you're looking at the breakout. Oh, Hamill almost leaves early, but he tags back up. Did he get pulled out for that?
No, he got shot in the break. Travis Lemansky.
Oh, wow, that's a bad dig.
No, Travis Lemansky has been stellar this tournament in shooting lanes. I mean, he's a phenomenal lane shooter anyway, but their lanes here are so big. The chance of you getting out on Travis Lemansky it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50, obviously, but I think if you're going to really look at it, I think it's more of like a 40-35% chance you're going to get out. Because I played with Travis for the longest time, and man, he is just, I don't know how I still to this day don't know how he does it, but he does it very, very well.
Yeah, and that spot that he just slid into, I actually had to go in there once, and I wasn't too happy about that. But the ground's pretty torn up right there, and you saw that stick. It's like you got to be really careful when you're diving into these spots. Like, that looked pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, and bringing that up, we've seen a lot of injuries. Twisted ankles, twisted shoulders lately as well. On the breakout right now, you have Infamous right there, number 69, Damian Ryan going up the middle of the field. Getting up the field 5-on-4 paintball right now, losing Taco Hamill, Kyle Spica, I'm sorry. Damian Ryan right there on your screen. They shot Kyle Spica out, so it's 4-on-5. And Brad McCurley having a rough time again.
Yeah, Brad Curley not able to get it done over there.
And Chris Sosine as well.
Oh, yeah. and their corner guy. So Ironman brought that back right there. That was one of those 5-on-4 situations that Infamous just blew kind of right there.
Yeah,
so
Justin Schwartz on your screen right now looking to make a move, but somebody steals it from him.
But it forced him to kind of go back around, but that wasn't a bad move right there.
Yeah,
so we got Brandon Short finally in that snake, doing what he's good at.
Yeah, we haven't seen Brandon in here very much because Brandon actually has been the second to go on this side, and he's been playing that 2 spot. And it's tough though because that's not typically what Brandon's in that point of his career where he's transitioning back there. Ryan, you did that at one point.
Yeah, and I discussed this yesterday. It's like if you guys want to exploit Brandon's best feature, it's get him down that snake. That's what he does. That's your guy right there. It looks like Bobby Vilas in the corner.
Yeah, Bobby Vilas just bounced Randy Stanzak in the pack. And they actually talked to me about this earlier about, when the humidity gets to the paint, sometimes it causes minor issues with the paint.
Absolutely.
The paint is very susceptible to weather and the humidity and stuff like that. Ryan, you would know for sure, man.
Yeah. All right, let's check out the keys to victory here. And so the Ironman, most important, we got Mike Paxton. Mike Paxton's one of the leaders of the league right now, and he is the highest-ranked player on the Ironman. The reason why Mike Paxton is so important to the Ironman is because this is the same for every single team. Every team, when they go through a rebuilding period, you have a guy that's on that squad. He's one of the best players or the best player, and the younger guys look up to that guy for motivation. They look to him for leadership. They look to him to get better, to get everything about, hey, how do they have to deal with their girlfriend to how to shoot the snake off the break, and Mike's one of those guys, he's
Sorry, that took a second to sink in. I was like, what?
I wasn't sure what number we were on.
I was like,
well, you got to have that older guy. Now, Ryan, you're older. And Chris, you're really old.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks, Matt.
Just firing all cylinders right here, huh?
He's double barrel shotgun right now.
So, it's just a situation for the Ironman where, they need to, the youth on that team, they have to really be able to play consistent. They got to believe in themselves, believe in their talent, and they got to win those clutch points. They're going to get in a situation where as they move up, they're second-ranked team in the league, and you get these young guys playing in these big-time pressure situations. They got to step up at that point.
And look at the crowd out here. The great crowd out here. We have a lot of, not just hometown people, but people cheering everywhere. I love it. You see, beautiful women and just having a good time. Kids, families. It's just, I love Chicago because it has such a Midwest attitude, and there's a lot of families and, people having a good time out here. So, thanks to the camera guys are just fantastic.
Well, it's, I love the Midwest, man. A lot of good people out in the Midwest, and Chicago historically one of the hardest events to win because it's the middle point of the year. So those East Coast and Northern teams that really haven't had the chance to be able to get out and practice during the winter. Now they've had months and months and months to be able to really get the fire stoked up and get going.
Yeah, look at the breakout right now from this. They're ready to go. Travis Lemansky already knows he's going to shoot this guy on the Dorito side of the field.
Did you see how fast Travis's gun comes around? I'd love to get a replay of that. We need to get a replay of how quick Travis gets his gun.
And he does. He might have made it there, but Travis quickly shot the corner guy.
Yeah, he actually, he bounced him going in on the arm. I saw him check it out in that corner. I mean, he swung his gun around really fast. I've never really noticed something like that.
His upper body strength is phenomenal.
He just plops down on all fours over there.
Yeah. Hey, and side note, happy birthday to Nicky Cuba. He is now 50 years old, coming up, has a brand new baby. So if mom and his wife at home are watching, or I just want to send some much love to those guys. So
Isabella Cuba.
Isabella, she is adorable, by the way. She got the ladies' jeans because they're not from Nikki. Anyway, so much respect to the ladies at home. Happy birthday, Nicky Cuba and the family at Becca.
And Nicky's playing great this year, man.
Phenomenal.
Nicky's been stepping up. You know, Nicky is widely known as one of the most clutch players in the game, and it's also cool because guys like Chris Sosine are starting to become really clutch, and that's good to see because Infamous, you know, the best teams in the league are when they're getting production out of everyone on the squad, and you know, that's what you guys have struggled with. The Dynasty struggle with, Ryan.
And look, Nicky actually just made a really good move, not to distract us from the Dynasty blowing it a little bit here and there, but Nicky just made a great move into the snake. Unfortunately, didn't capitalize on it.
Who just shot Nicky?
I have no clue, actually. It might have been Kyle Spica.
I honestly don't know who shot him.
Look at this, Callie Rudolph here in the center, and he is rolling his gun towards that Dorito side, now switching his gun to the Diamond side of the field. And the Ironmen, they do have a little bit going on over here on the Dorito side, but minor penalty.
And here's where that came from. You saw Callie Rudolph shooting across the field.
Damn.
He called the shot. He called the shot. The judge is going to call it. That was number 85, I think, Kyle Spica.
No. It was the
number 11.
Corner.
I'm sorry. That was number 11. That was Taco Hamill. And then the judge go in and throw the flag. So not only did Kevin Callie shoot Taco, he also got Kyle Spica pulled, and he went up and shot A-Rod.
Yeah. You can consider that a three-pack.
That's a three-pack.
You know?
That's a three-pack.
But if you're going to get it any way you can, you know?
Right.
Just win. Like we say, just win.
Just win.
I don't care how you get it done. Just get out there and win the game.
Yeah.
All right, so you know, the thing is that for the Ironmen, that's kind of the thing is that, look, penalties are going to come. We need to talk about that. Penalties are going to come, but early on in the game, and you know, this momentum going back and forth, it's you really want to try to you know, because when we look at those stats about when teams go up 2-3 points, I mean, overwhelmingly, when a team goes up 2 points, it's like 84% of the time. So 84% of the time when the team leads by two points, they win the match. And when you go up 3 points, 96% of the time you win that game. So that's going to change a little bit because Vicious got beat by Thunder after Vicious went up 3-0. Thunder scored 6 unanswered points to take down Vicious. All right, let's check out this replay. Look at Travis. Bam, and he's already up and shooting off the break. You know, it's just that's why he's getting so many kills. It's
It's those first shots. It's first shots getting to where they need to be right away.
And most people look down the barrel. I mean,
but you got to look downfield because you're tracking a moving body. But the reason why it's so good that Travis gets that gun around so fast, because boom, now he gets that gun before the guy comes into his zone. So once you get that gun up and you get it up and the guy comes into your zone, now you're already putting the balls right into the stream or where he's about to run. And that's why Travis Szymanski is so good at that. And every single team needs that guy. Vicious has Chris Hooker. The Ironmen have Mike Paxson. You guys have Yosh Rao and yourself sometimes. Actually, a lot of guys can do it on your squad, but you know, you and Yosh historically are the best at it.
And speaking of age, you know, Travis has been doing it for, I think, when did paintball start? just before then, I think, right with Chris, actually.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
All right, so on the breakout, you're looking at the Ironman, and that's that's Drew Templeton for Infamous, number 7.
Travis.
Callie Rudolph.
Right there, number 11. Is that number?
It's Taco.
Yeah, Taco Hamill. Toka
High Hamill.
Going into work for the Ironman, and he's detrimental. He gets in there, he goes to work, and he's good for at least 2 or 3 kills.
Yeah, and then Hamill, and I really liked what I see out of Hamill. And Hamill actually, he's from Shane Pestana's team out of Northern California, and talk about always being able to raise just awesome stud players. Is no one's better at that than Shane Pestana. And Toke Hamill has been Kevin Brettauer, the coach for the Ironman. He's been their weapon over here.
When he does get out here, he's very effective. He's very patient. He knows the shots. He knows the spots.
And that's huge. That's a huge advantage to have a front guy who's also new, is to have somebody who's just relaxed in these spots. So many times you'll see guys get in there and just try to fish for so many kills and try to do so much that they end up kind of blowing it.
Yeah, look at Rainey Stanzik getting shot out of that back corner on the Dorito side of the field. There's still 4 bodies left alive for the Ironman, but no one on the Dorito side. Here goes Justin Swartz. Justin Swartz is going to have to fill back over. That was a really good fill for him.
They just lost Nicky Cuba for Infamous out of the back center.
Yeah, and that's kind of controlling Toke Hamill.
That's 2 early deaths for Nicky Cuba over there.
This is going to free up Jinx. This is going to free up.
Gets clipped on the hand, as you saw right there. Great shot. That came from the back corner, Greg Sewers.
That was a huge elimination for Infamous. Yeah,
that's taking that thorn out of their side right there. Let's see if Callie Rudolph can maybe swing over and get up in there. The Ironman moving up the field on the Dorito side, getting into Dorito 1.
And Kevin Rudolph right now is locking down the Dorito side where Justin Swartz is over there getting ready to go to work. You got to watch him. Justin Swartz on the right-hand side of your screen, number 7 from on the head. That shot came from Kevin Rudolph. That was a great shot right there.
So Callie Rudolph playing great here in the center for Infamous.
And now the field spread. Ironman have 2 guys stacked over here, Scott and Brandon. They just waited a little too long to try to get up the field. If Brandon had made a move a little quicker, he might have been able to take some pressure off of Justin Schwartz over on that Dorito side. He's getting checked right here.
Yeah, the ref. Anytime the ref sprints in,
you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's bad news.
And right there, here goes Brandon Short taking the walk, and now 1 player left with Greg Sewers across the field shooting Scott Kemp to seal the deal for Infamous. Infamous going up 3 points right now. 2 points, 3-1.
Yeah, so 3-1 is the score, and Infamous in the driver's seat here against a young and hungry Ironman team who have struggled a bit so far. All right, so Ryan, you guys didn't start off the tournament very well, but then you got right back in there. So talk to us today about your performance.
Well, we came out this morning and we had to win. We had to win both games, no matter what. And we didn't change a whole lot. As a matter of fact, I think we came out with pretty much the same game plan we did the 2 games prior to that. But we came out with just a little bit different mentality. Again, like you said, our backs are against the wall. We play better paintball that way, and we did. We went down 2 points really quick. And I think a lot of people at home and people who are watching were just like, Jesus, how is Dynasty blowing this again? Yeah. But, we won some really, those long points, and we talked about this. We said, listen, guys, if we get up or bodies or even down on bodies, let's take these long points and let's win those points. I mean, even though we lost the one where I think it was a 3-on-2 with Dalton and I, which was the first point, we took it to a long point, and we lived for a while. Then there was another point on the other side of the field where it was a 3-on-4. It could have easily gone. It was 1 body away from going either team's way, and it went our way. Dalton made a move, didn't get anybody, but it kind of freed them up to think that they were a little more. They could play a little more lax, and I was able to get a couple kills, and then. You saw how the 2-on-1 with Yosh and Mouse went, and they weren't attacking. They were just kind of like, let's figure it out. We're up by 2 points. Yep. They need to come, and that's the mentality.
It was brilliant. Yeah.
It was brilliant.
And they were out of paint, too.
And
Yosh got right in that spot. He's like, I don't care if I have 5 balls in my pack. I'm watching the flag, and if the guy runs for it, guaranteed I'm going to shoot him, and I'll just sit here all game. I don't care.
That's where the experience is going to come.
Yeah.
All right, 2 seconds till this game starts.
Here we go. And the Ironmen they've got to get on the board here, man. They cannot let Infamous continue to steal.
Look at that. Bobby Aviles actually shooting Spica out of that corner. Brandon Short filling in.
So let's see if Brandon Short can get up and get into this diamond and get in the mix. Yeah. 4-on-4 right now is Infamous also losing a body, and
That's Zach. Look at Zach Patient.
Yeah, so Zach Patient taking the walk for Infamous.
And Ironman has the advantage right now with the spread field on the Dorito side. Now, Infamous has got the body advantage on the Snake side. Let's see where Mike Paxton fills to see if he can either strengthen that Dorito side for the Ironmen or come over here and help Brandon Short on the Snake side.
And here you go. You're looking at the pocket here. That Iron Cross in that center is Damian Ryan is up there with Greg Sewers.
And you see
Chris Sosine.
Yeah. Bobby Vilas just countered Mike Paxton's move. He filled out to the back center. Mike filled from the back center to that Dorito corner, exploiting Infamous's weakness, which I think is a good move. You know, leave Brandon Short on the Snake side for Ironman, and let's go on a 2-on-1 or 2-on-0 advantage on that Dorito side.
And here's Drew Templeton struggling over here. Drew Templeton is having not getting it done over here.
And I think that was Alex Rodriguez in that center can shooting him out.
And Chris Sosine also taking the walk.
Yeah, so Infamous getting a couple bodies getting shot, and this is what the Ironman needed right here. They need to take advantage of this though, and then have Brandon Short coming up the field. There he goes.
He can get some kills right here. That's going to be Bobby Vilas right
on big Bobby Vilas or Damian Ryan, and
here comes Alex Rodriguez. One, didn't get the second guy.
Yeah, he almost got the second guy, but he's definitely got the first one.
Yeah, I had a little fun doing something like that, right up that center when they're lined up.
Yeah, you got
how quick Bobby loaded. Bobby just loaded so quick.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that. I wanted to say, Bobby has got to be the fastest loader I've ever seen. I noticed
he might only get 10 balls in his loader, but he is the fastest.
He spills a couple. Here and there, but I watched it yesterday when he was playing that. I think he was holding off again, like a couple guys over on that Dorito side, and he was just loading just so quick.
I think that's because he's been in a lot of those situations, you know, and
absolutely.
That's how you learn knowledge, and as far as muscle memory is concerned, and you just got to do it a lot of times. And for some reason, because Bobby's such a tenacious guy, he's the last guy left alive a lot.
Yeah, and he's one of those people you want in the game towards the end of the game.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so that flag is going to get hung, and now we have ourselves a 1-point game here. LA Infamous 3. It's going to be LA Ironman 2. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left to play, and good job by Brandon Short on the diamond side of the field.
You know, and just to mention, you know, on Drew Templeton's, and when he goes to these back spots or whatever, he's having a rough go at it today. I think Drew Templeton is one of those guys you send up as far as possible, get up in the mix, because he plays way better under pressure.
Yeah, he's normally, at least in my opinion, been pretty consistent. You know, he's a pretty methodical player. He definitely can play very aggressive. I don't know exactly what's going on, but he's just not seeing able to get it going over here.
Yeah, it's tough to say. You know, this Snake side is there's a lot of blind shots, and I think that's where he's gotten caught those couple times is on those quick bumps, thinking that is clear. And you know, Brandon Short, like I said, remember I said Brandon Short's over here. He can hold it down. That's a good fill by Mike Paxton, and look what happened. Brandon Short shot him, making one of those moves that you think is like a kind of a gimme, but you just throw some paint over these. There's so many pins over here that a lot of players feel a little too comfortable, and that's how they're getting kind of dinked out.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, and he kind of looks around like, where did that come from?
Where did it come from?
Yeah. You really need to, especially in a close game or every game, is hustle into your spots.
Yeah.
Okay. You really got to hustle, and you really got to dig to these spots. And this isn't divisional fields here. You got to play these spots like everybody's shooting at you.
We are going to be having some divisional play. The best divisional teams will be throwing down here on center court tomorrow as we head into the quarterfinals, finals, and semifinals, and finals of the divisional ranks and the pros. So these teams are fighting right now, throwing down to try to get into that competition. As we always say, that the real tournament starts on Sunday.
Now here you go. You see the Ironman kind of getting it up right here. They're down by 1 point, and again, I think they've turned it around. Since that first up in game.
Looks like a timeout here. I'm assuming the timeout's going to be called by Kevin Breathauer. You know, it's been a seesaw battle. Points 1, 3, and 4 went to Infamous, and points 2 and 5 went to Ironmen. I think that it's going to continue to be like this the rest of the game. I think the Ironmen have got to obviously score a point here to kind of get the advantage again. And Kevin Breathauer, one of the better coaches in the league right now, is definitely planning something against Infamous. I want to see him go up the pocket a little more, because getting outside against Travis, like I said, man, percentage-wise, it's not looking good for you.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, he's been really locked into that zone, this particular field. I don't know if it's just he's feeling it this event, or if it's the layout and the actual shot itself. Maybe he's got his gun tweaked perfectly. I'm not quite sure, because when I talked to him, he's just Jolly Travis. He was just like, oh yeah, baby, I'm just handling it out there, and he's like, pitch a shutout. I was like, good for you, man.
Yeah, I was just watching that. I mean, you know, look, see that? I love sky cams. Why? Because the angles we get on this field are fantastic. I mean, you guys want angles? We have 17 cameras out here, 25 camera guys. And, I mean, we spare no expense here at the PSP. PaintballAccess.com. Check it out on Twitter. You know, look up at Ryan Greenspan, at Chris Lasoya, at Matty Marshall SD.
And also, you know, the registration for Jersey is open, and so get in the fight, man. You know, it's super fun to play these events, but you have no idea how much of an amazing experience it is until you get your boys together and get out there and play. And every single player that you see out here, they started mostly in the divisional ranks. I mean, there are a few phenoms that were cherry-picked and rushed through, but mostly, especially like crews like 187, all these guys from the Ironmen, these are brought up coming out the Wrecking Crew in San Diego. That's a very great divisional team. And, you know, CEP, you can charge up the ranks, but it starts with you deciding to get into the fight. So go to pspevents.com. Also go to our affiliates page. They're all over the world. Many, many different ways to get in there and get in the fight.
And here's the Ironman on your left coming up. Justin Schwartz making a move to that center can. That's a really strong position. You have shots on both sides of the field. It's 5-on-5. This is a great breakout for both teams. I think it's the exact same breakout for both teams. Infamous has one extra guy in the center, but they both went shallow on the Dorito side. So it's going to be interesting to see who, I guess you could say, makes the first mistake.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, we've been talking about that all weekend, well, the last couple days anyway. It's like when you have this heads-up battle on the snake side, diamond side, or you know, over on the Dorito side, whoever makes the first mistake usually loses.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Ironmen making moves over on the Dorito side of the field, but right now you're looking at, I think that's
Justin
yeah,
Schwartz.
Justin Schwartz there in the stand-up tempo, rolling his gun towards the Dorito side. And it's been tough. You know, a lot of guys that play in the Doritos, like Chad Bouchier and Justin Schwartz, they've been playing these stand-up cans, and they haven't really been able to march down to the Dorito side like they're used to in some layouts of the field.
It's a different level of play that they're kind of used to over there, because those guys do march down those Doritos, and now you add a couple stand-up cans that are really susceptible to this diamond side, and it makes the game a little tougher for them. So both teams making moves on the outside. Infamous is still short right here.
Still 5-on-5 though. Still 5. I think this is the longest 5-on. I think it's the longest 5-on-5 point we've had all week.
We have not seen a lot of teams been able to keep 5 players alive for more than, I'd say, 15, 20 seconds. There's always somebody dying out of their bunkers or trying to make a move or something happening. But right now, these teams, but this is what the reason why is it's a 2-3 game. No one wants to be the player that's going to make mistakes. But look how tight all these guys. Look at Infamous. Look how tight these guys are playing. Look at
Nicky especially.
Yeah, Nicky Cuba's playing. He always plays real tight, but he's playing particularly tight at this point. And here on the Ironman side, 3 players on this diamond side of the field, and they haven't even made a bump up to the insert bunker yet because they're just in. And here comes a big move. I think that is, yeah, that's Drew Templeton. Yeah, so he breaks the aggressive line and makes it into the insert bunker on the diamond side of the field.
And in the process, you know, on the other side of the field, Greg Sewers getting up in the Doritos as well. That's right next to Nicky Cuba. That's Nicky Cuba on your screen right there. I think this is a prelude to how the finals are going to be. I think you're going to see a little bit of this kind of slow, methodical paintball. Yeah,
this is going to get tough here and tight for Justin Schwartz also. Now that Infamous made it up here on this side.
And also Greg Sewers, top side of your screen. Now that he's up there as well, he's going to work.
Yeah, you see him in that Dorito 1. We have Nicky. It's kind of like these guys are straight across the middle. Nicky does a big, long retreat out of there.
He made it, though.
He made it, yeah. That was an interesting move. But you saw how tight he had to play that thing. And once Ironman got up in that, look at that. Justin Schwartz goes for the same spot and matches it. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Now look at Drew Templeton shaking his head and walking off the field again. He knows he's struggling over there. And you know, Todd's got faith in him, though, and I understand why. Drew's been very consistent for them. Oh, and it looks like Mike's taking the walk as well.
So that was at the exact same time. Now that's the point in time, and that's something that you don't see a lot from Mike Paxton is when you lose one body on the other team, usually he's not the guy who gets shot.
No.
So here comes Hamill making that move up to that snake side, and this is the time they need to exploit this. They have Travis over here on Infamous. Oh,
yeah, I think Greg Sewers shot across the field, shot that shot. Look for Travis Lemancy to get in the diamond up here.
Yeah, let's see if
No,
that happens. You
sorry,
know?
that was kind of comical.
Yeah, I'm
No.
not totally sure if that's going to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
there
the
he is,
guy to
corner.
make the move.
I'll tell you where he's going.
He has the ball.
Back corner.
He has the ball.
Goes into the back corner.
And you know what? He's like a tick. He gets in the back corner like that. It is really hard to get him out.
It's really hard to get him out. Now, that was a good move, though, because he doesn't need to be the one in the snake doing the damage. He needs to get to that corner and just kind of hang out there, hold the lane, and look, let Nicky
Nicky
just
gets
shot out.
Let Nicky
Let
get shot.
Nicky try to go make a move over there with Greg Sewers. You know, that was what needed to happen.
Yep.
They needed to get Nicky in there alive and go down that Dorito side. So the move now may be for Callie. Instead of holding that Dorito side, it may be get him to go on the offense over on this diamond side.
And Ryan Martin right there over in the Dorito needs to go to work.
Yeah.
Number 12, I mean, you can't.
And we haven't been talking about Ryan Martin much, and he's one of the top-ranked players in the league.
Yeah.
And I think it's because that Dorito side of the field that is pretty technical. You know, it's like you were saying, Ryan. I mean, you have these guys who are used to charging down the Doritos. Now they're forced to play these stand-ups, and they're paintball players or professional paintball players.
Yeah.
They should be able to play any spot, but they're they're not in that zone. They're not used to that.
Yeah, this is a tough spot, you know, and those gaps are really big. As you saw that overhead a second ago of Callie watching that zone, he's making sure that you see that spot right there. From Dorito 1 to the 50 Dorito is a big gap.
That's a big gap.
And where Callie is in the center of the field, he's hard to shoot in because he's on the snake side, essentially, locking that giant zone down.
And it's hard to put him in, Ryan.
Yeah,
right?
you see him right here. He's just committed to that spot right there. Now, Brandon Short, on the other hand, for Ironmen, is in this snake corner. He doesn't want to make the mistake because he knows that Greg Sewers on that Dorito side is kind of locking
Well,
it
hey,
down.
I'll tell you what. Every now and then we get these points. These guys are awesome players, and they don't want to make a mistake. Look at this score right now. It's 2-3, and this is a very important game for these teams.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Like a
Infamous,
finals game.
And Infamous is content, just chilling out right now. I mean, it's 5 minutes left in this game. They're up 1 point. Ironman got to come. It's 3-on-3. You know, Callie right there is looking at Ryan Martin, number 12, on the left side of your screen, because Ryan Martin wants to go. Just like I said, I was like, Ryan Martin wants to go.
And he went.
And here followed up by Justin Swartz. Great move by Justin Swartz, getting up the field.
Yeah, nice job by
playing
him.
off of him.
Yeah,
And there goes Travis Lemansky getting shot.
Yeah, so Travis Lemansky getting shot out of the backfield. Guys, Justin Swartz here charging up the Dorito side of the field, playing right off the back of Ryan Martin.
That was phenomenal play
That was
right
great.
there. That was. There's no other way that could have went down besides what it did. Good heads-up play by Justin Swartz. Ryan Martin taking the initiative, getting on the field, putting Kevin Callie in like you had talked about, which was difficult to do in the first place. Getting up there, shooting out Greg Sewers, and just finishing the game out.
That might have been the longest point of the event.
So far, it probably was. I mean, tying it up, 3-3 was a crucial point. Brandon Short walking the flag in right there. One of the legends of the sport, been around for a long time.
Yeah, he's buying his guys a little bit of time here, you know, because that was such a long point that pretty much everybody was running out of paint. So you want to get your guys time to go back in there, get a breath, and so you can get those guys that are on fire back out on the field. And we'll see what Skinny Kevin over there does.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who shot Travis. I'm assuming it's going to be Justin Schwartz.
Or it could have been Brandon when. Like I said, there's so many blind shots over here. These 2 pins on this diamond side, you can shoot right over the top of this.
All right, let's check out this replay as we have ourselves a tie game, 3-3, LA Ironmen taking on Infamous. Here it is. This is Ryan Martin. He launches first, and he went right when Callie was in, too. So Callie was not able to watch over his player, and he gets taken down. And then look at this. Right off of that, here comes Justin Swartz, and Justin Swartz is able to make his move. And then you can see from this angle right here, Greg Sewers is tucking in as much as he possibly can, and he's going to have to take the walk. So... You know, and then look at this. Look at Callie right there. Yeah, so it was pretty interesting what happened.
If I'm Greg Sewers, I'd be kind of disappointed in Kevin Callie to let that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge gap, just like you said, Ryan. You're looking at, what? That's got to be 40 feet. It's huge.
It's huge, but you know what? Once you get dominance on this guy, on that tower, once he got dominance on Callie, it isn't that tough because it's literally, especially for Ryan Martin, it's 5 steps. It's so tall. But you can make that move, and I did it a couple times today too, where you can just put this guy in really quick. As soon as he's in, you got to make that move right away.
Look at this. It's an Ironman timeout, and we are in the pits right now.
That's Toka High Hamill right there.
We're gonna get that. Could he get enough water? Well, he's running all these points, man. I mean, that kid is just in there, and he's you can tell he's hungry, man. Talk about it's like we talked about. You got to be hungry for greatness. And this is a Ray Lewis quote. If you're not hungry for greatness, then you're okay with being mediocre, and I don't want you on my team. You know, I mean, like if if you're okay with just being a mediocre, then you should not be trying to win tournaments. You know, just go play rec ball. Paintball's super fun. You don't need to be spending a ton of money to come to these events if for the pro division. You know, we want the competitors out there, and Toke Hamill is a competitor.
Yeah, and if you look at the guys that are back out there, you know, Toke Hamill's out there, Brandon Short's back out. I believe the same squad's out there. Justin Schwartz, Ryan Martin,
well, maybe
and
that's
Mike Paxton, then that's what you need.
Well, Ryan, maybe that's why they took that timeout, because SK was like, look, you know, SK's the coach of the Ironman, and he was like, look, that's the guys I want out there. I'm going to use my timeout right now because there's only 4 minutes left, and even though we have the momentum and we won that, but I want to get my guys that extra 2 minutes rest so they're going to be fresh and they can get these guys
and you
out
need
there.
it out here. I think it's, what is it, probably 86, 90 degrees
Yeah,
out right now?
It's getting a little warmer, a little more humid now.
And it's not easy carrying all that gear. You're soaking wet. And if you play that long point, even though you're just sitting there shooting your gun, it gets really stressful and really tough just to sit in that position. So right here you see Ironmen kind of getting their heads back on their shoulders, especially after that long point. Like I said, you have Todd Martinez. I think we just got the official iPhone weather
weather
report at 82 degrees.
Yeah,
I was off by 4.
It's not as humid as usual for Chicago weather. You know, I
nothing compared to normal.
I think that we're pretty lucky right now. I mean, I think the weather's holding off. It's a little bit cloudy out. I mean, we're expecting, you know, a 30% chance of rain, but I don't see that happening at all.
Thank you, iPhone.
Well,
Yes.
if it's going to be a 30% chance of rain, if it does rain, oh god, it gets so humid.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be
Well,
miserable.
it's not going to happen. So
Yes, it's not going to happen.
no.
Power of
absolutely not.
positive thinking. All right, so we got about 19 seconds to go before the start of this next point. Could be the last point if things go the way they did that last point.
And Todd Martinez, the infamous coach, is hustling off the field right now. We got 5 seconds. Ironman on your screen.
And he made it. So here we go. Mike Paxton.
Shooting on that Dorito side, it looks like.
Yeah, he is. He's shooting on the Dorito side, and we're following Justin Schwartz as he stops out in the open to get a little bit of a different angle. Look at this, Nicky Cuba charging up the center.
And they shoot Toke Hamill. Brandon Short making it out, which was huge because Nicky was on that zone.
Yeah, I don't know how he made that actually.
He dropped his gun to get up to the left leg of the X. When he dropped his gun, of course, Brandon made it out. Infamous losing one body on that Dorito side, so maybe that was Mike Paxton shooting that way off the break. That's huge.
Looks like it was Greg Sewers who took the walk.
Yeah. This is going to get really tight for Nicky up in this center. If the Ironmen know he's up there, Brandon can actually capitalize on it a little bit, or Justin can go up there and get him. You've seen this several times where guys just run up to that center X. The move is to get Nicky off the field so Brandon can go to work.
Right.
And if Brandon can go to work, that means Paxton can get out of that back center. And as soon as you get a little commotion on the field, people can start moving. We'll see. You have a nice overhead shot here.
You know,
watching Nicky Cuba hold that zone.
There's a lot of people in the pocket on this game right here. I mean, not a lot of people outside. In fact, there's nobody on the wires anywhere. Everybody's kind of inside in the wire, you know, in the pocket, just outside of the pocket.
And look at this angle on your screen right now. You got Nicky Cuba, and he's holding down that diamond side of the field. No one's in the diamond for either team, and the Ironmen are forced to stay in those back bunkers because Nicky is holding down
Justin
that side.
Schwartz just get clipped in the loader right there by Kevin Rudolph.
Yeah, that's a huge shot.
That's just playing sloppy right there.
Well, it's actually, to tell you what, on that shot that he just took, it's kind of a blind shot over the top of the X, right over Nicky's head, as a matter of fact.
I see.
It's really hard to see that coming. I got a couple of kills out of there earlier.
There it
Here's
is.
that move.
There it is, Nicky Cuba on your screen right now, completely just zoned up. He hasn't dropped his gun down yet.
And here comes Infamous making their move. Drew Templeton. Let's see if he can have a game here. Or is that Drew?
Yeah, I want to see.
McCurley.
No, that's Drew Templeton for sure.
Okay.
I want to see Drew Templeton go to work. I want to see him have a good game. Bottom left-hand side of your screen. He's going to get in the diamond sooner or later. And when he does, he's going to kind of try and come all the way around, shoot Mike Paxton, because that's going to be his first problem.
Yeah. Mike Paxton out of paint already.
Really? Mike Paxton already ran out of paint?
I think so.
And there's the move to the diamond like we discussed. Drew Templeton going to work.
So if Drew Templeton could
Putting
step
the
up right
pressure.
here. So Drew Templeton has struggled this particular game, and he's not doesn't play terrible, but he's just struggling. So, but it doesn't matter because if you get in there, yeah, look at that, Mike Pax, no paint. So what I was saying is that if Drew can get in here and have a really good game, a really good point right now in this diamond, and then put that winning point on the board for his team, it's like we always say, don't be perfect, be clutch.
It's going to be a momentum swing. And here we go. Here it is. This is a great shot. If he can come out wide, he gets Pax.
And like we talked about, this is going down to 1 minute now. It is 1 minute left in this game. He takes the far right corner out.
And Kevin blows the horn. The Ironman coach blows the horn.
Nice job by Drew Templeton in there, man.
Finally,
he did it.
Finally a game.
And what you guys didn't see is when he moved from the 50 diamond up into that little race 2 bunker, he shot across the field and hit Ryan Martin in the Dorito corner, which is a shot that you don't really make from across the field very often.
What a great, you know what, to be honest with you, Drew Templeton needed a game like that. He's been struggling a little bit out here on the diamond side. He's always a clutch player, plays really well. He's always, he beats himself up when he doesn't play very well, but now I'm telling you right now, that game right there is going to reinsert him into the game, and it's going to give him a whole new confidence level.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thing. Paintball is so mental. It's hard, man. You go out there, you get shot a couple times, and you start thinking like, and this is both for the player and team. You get shot a couple times, you're like, oh my God, I just got shot for the 3rd time out of my bunker. What am I doing wrong? But you got it. It's just like life, man. You can't let the past hold you down or the future scare you too much. You know, you have to kind of really look at the moment, learn from your past, and dive into the future and try to force your will out there on that field.
Yeah, you can't get down out there. You know, you really can't. So here's Todd setting up something with the infamous guys. Do you think he's going to go at him with a minute, or do you think he's going to go out there and try to hold him off? Because like there's a minute 10 seconds on the clock. The Ironmen are down by 1 point.
I mean, that's got to be your call, Ryan. What would you do in this situation? You're at 1 minute and 10 seconds left. I mean, you know that Ironmen have it in him to do a quick point.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you try and get, I mean, obviously get a G on the break. That's kind of most important to me, Matty.
Yeah, if Travis can produce a kill off the break. Now, the biggest thing is you don't want to go out there and play like, oh, let's just hold them off, because for some reason,
that's when you
get shot one guy and then bam,
we lost.
We lost, what was the 2nd or 3rd event last year, the 2nd event to the Russians. We were up by 1 point. There was a 30 or 45 seconds left, and J-Rab made that move down the field. It was like, oh, let's just hold them off. We got this.
Yeah.
Here we come up, 5 seconds
right, so
here.
This is it, do or die time for the Los Angeles Ironmen right now. They're losing by 1 point to LA Infamous.
I'm kind of surprised Travis isn't actually on the field for this. Oh, G1 out the break. Here comes Justin Schwartz up the middle of the field right there going to work.
Nicky Cuba wearing one right in the face.
Oh, that's not a good death for Nicky Cuba.
3 on 4 right now. Ironman losing 2 players.
And Ironman getting into the snake.
Yeah, it's Brandon Short. I like this. This is a good game plan by SK. He sent Justin Schwartz up to the center, who stayed alive. He stayed alive, and Callie comes off as well, and then Brandon Short on the delay all the way to the diamond.
And Brandon Short has the ball right here. Left side of your screen, you have Justin Schwartz on the right side of your screen. Their field position is phenomenal, but Brandon Short is going to have to break this game open.
Yeah, he needs to make the move that Templeton just did in the last game, and he needs to come out right here and shoot. Who is that in the back center?
That's Damian Ryan.
Damian Ryan. He needs to shoot Damian Ryan right now.
No, there's still Ironman.
20 seconds left in the game time.
Ironman losing bodies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin Schwartz.
Justin Schwartz gets shot. Here comes Brandon Short streaking down the field. He gets taken out as well. Can anyone do anything off of that? Mike
Paxton just coming through.
And he got 5 seconds, but I
think he got shot.
Yeah, I think he did get shot. So he is going to have to just kind of walk slowly, and that's going to do it. So, wow, they came hot and heavy at the end. So, hey, the Ironmen, they went out on their sword, like we always say. And if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. That was a great game plan, but as far as the execution was concerned, you had, I can't remember who it was that got shot for the Ironmen a little bit early, but Justin Schwartz did a good job to get in there. He did end up getting taken out, and then Brandon Short, but it was like